we've got is the weather station, which has got the wind speed, direction, and rain gauge, a couple of temperature sensors. One's in the box, one's is external, which we're going to put down closer to ground level. We've also got the camera, which we haven't put on yet, so it'll get an image, sort of 6 images a day. And then there's 2 solar panels keep it going autonomously, so we don't need to have power or anything. And both these have next-G connections, so we don't need to visit this site at all. Just it's going to give us images coming in straight after they're taken, and weather data instantaneously all the time, 24/7. And then, so all the cameras and all the weather stations will be on one website. Christian's taken into consideration like the tipping bucket rain gauge needs to be not, it's got to be clear of any sort of obstructions, because if the rain's coming from this way, it's going to get affected. We're actually going to put rain gauges in here as well, just to calibrate the rain gauge on here. We're going to put some manual rain gauges in, and if you put oil in it, as it rains, the water's close to the top, so it doesn't evaporate, so you can come back a couple of weeks later and check how much rain's in it. Well, you can see the ants everywhere. The ants are climbing up, and they love building nests in these types of things, so got to protect it, put a line of axle grease around it, and it should stop them from getting up there and building in it. It was the cheapest one. It's built in Queensland.
Can you chuck that little shifter on?
And yeah, it was the cheapest one by far.
Yeah. So this is something that people would want or could have on their place?
Yeah. So this camera's $1,500, and the weather station's about $2.5. So compared to the other weather stations we got quotes on, they were $5.5. I think was the cheapest one. And a comparable, another type of camera similar to this, but not as, probably a bit better quality, and this starts at about $5,000 or $6,000. So $1,500 is way cheaper.
Yeah. So what could people use this for then on their place? What would be the benefit?
In grazing areas, the camera is good for looking at stock water, monitoring gates. You can have motion detection, for theft. You can have, a lot of people trying to save diesel by not checking, having to drive around and check water all the time. Got a few guys in New South Wales want to use them for irrigation, looking at when the water comes to the end of irrigation furrows. Instead of having to drive around and check it all, just look on your smartphone, see that the water's got to the end, and you can go and shut your water off.
Smartphone? So you'd have this video?
Yeah, that going straight to the smartphone, so you can just log in either on iPad or iPhone, or any sort of smartphone that's connected to next-G. You can log in and get your weather data and your camera information. Yeah, so what we've got to do is we're going to get this out and put it on the Condamine website, so that all the data's all there for everyone that wants to look at it.